Now, a decade after its inception, Neclive, West Africa's largest annual conference, recently unveiled a comprehensive report and documentary providing an in-depth analysis of the Nigerian entertainment industry's evolution and the impact of the conference over the years. Neclive convener and CEO of BHM Holdings, Ayeni Adekunle, joins us now to discuss the journey of Neclive in the past decade and its impact on shaping the landscape of Nigeria's entertainment industry. He will also address questions about the future plans of taking Neclive global. Ayeni, it's good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me. Good afternoon.
All right. So, for the benefit of the viewers, so what is the main focus of Neclive, first of all?
Thank you. The focus of Neclive is to provide an opportunity for practitioners across West Africa to come together regularly to discuss and deliberate about challenges and opportunities for the broad entertainment industry with a view to seeking lasting solutions. We conceived the idea in 2012, and the first one was organized in 2013. So it's been 10 years since we've been doing that. The idea then was to be able to articulate what we thought could stop the local industry from becoming sustainable. And we've looked back the past 10 years and seen that most of the issues that bothered us then have been fixed now. We weren't getting nominated for Grammys. The industry was tinier. There were no opportunities for revenue at a global level, training and all of that, So we've been able to galvanize everybody to come together and first be able to even understand and believe the power that the industry has and the opportunities therein. Right now, we're saying a lot of the issues of 2013 have been solved, have been fixed, but we can now see fresh issues and fresh challenges. And we think that as we are globalizing, as key infrastructures are being built and put in place, this is the time to begin to think about what needs to be done to make sure that 10 years, 20 years away from now, we don't wake up and realize that although our music has become global, our fame has gone global, our talents are really doing well, but it's still being controlled by the Western infrastructure, which is what happened in the 60s and 70s and 80s, if you have it. So the concept is to provide a platform that is fun, that is entertaining, but that is also intellectual and that provides us an opportunity to come together and build the industry of our dreams.
And of course, the entertainment industry has come of age even beyond that 10 years. So how would you rate the Nigerian entertainment industry from an evolutionary perspective, you think?
I think we've done great. If you pick each generation, pre-independence, post-independence, the 80s and 90s, I think we've done great. There's never been doubt about the quality of talent. What we've often lacked is either the right government policies or the enforcement of some policies. And before the payments infrastructure was fixed, before the internet became more accessible, there was a difficulty being able to tap into a global audience. So you would find that a lot of the benefits of today are on the back of the successes of technology, financial services, and so on and so forth. Our guys are some of the most talented in the world, some of the most hardworking in the world. What we've not had is a platform that allows us to play at the same level with those from Europe and from America. And as we're having that now, what we need to do is to make sure that as we are playing at that level, we can also use the opportunity that playing at that level provides to help build the African economy. Right, which is what crude oil did for Nigeria, as an example. Food, tourism, music, fashion, comedy, film, it's massive. And if you travel widely and go everywhere, in my view, since football, I've not seen anything that has drawn attention to the positive Nigerian spirit anywhere you go on earth as our entertainment industry. What is left is for government to be more deliberate, to be more deliberate about how to support, how to enable, and how to also extract value for the practitioners, for the industry, for the corporate organizations, and for the country and the continent itself. There must be a Nigeria agenda, there must be an African agenda in making sure that as we're exporting our art, we're exporting our culture, our norms, and all of that. It's soft power. A lot of us grow up knowing the US and the FBI and CIA, you know, we grew up seeing the Russians as the bad guys. A lot of that was on the back of Hollywood. And we have an opportunity now. Our food is great. Our fashion is great, you know. So as our art is traveling, there needs to be a deliberate policy to say this is what we hope to achieve for Nigeria as a country, for Africa as a continent. Otherwise, the world will get value. Apple is making money from us, Spotify, and so on and so. So the people will get value, but I'm just very, very desperate to see that our musicians and actors are able to extract as much economic and personal value for themselves, that our economy can grow, earn foreign exchange and all of that, you know, and that opportunity can build infrastructure here for us. I mean, the continent of almost 2 billion people, you know, so that at the end of the day, when we plot the economy and see what is helping us grow, we can see the role that our creative sector plays in it.
Still talking about the, you know, tapping into the global space, as it were. Currently, realistically, how are we rated internationally in terms of quality entertainment? I know you could base this within the past 10 years. You know, a lot has happened, technological inflows, as it were, but how have we been innovative enough to maximize that potential?
Creatively, quality-wise, I dare say that to whom much is given, much is expected. Based on the resources that we have, based on the opportunities that we have, I think we're doing excellently. Our music will stand shoulder to shoulder with any other music from anywhere in the world. I'm one of those who can't wait for our artists, as an example, Burna Boy, Whiskey Davido, to be ranked with their contemporaries based on the quality of their music and not being grouped into sub-segments, Afrobeat and so on and so forth. Because Rihanna is Bajan, but she plays pop music, right? Drake is Canadian, he plays, right? So if you look at our music artists, they are as good as it gets. If you come to our storytelling, so what we lack is the right budget. So if you look at the entire value of what the Nigerian industry will earn this year, it's probably the budget for one big Hollywood film studio project. So based on what we have, the resources that we have, I think we're doing excellently. Our designers, look at my Atafo. So my view is that we're doing very great, and you can see the support locally from Nigerian and African organizations, the banks, the telcos, and so on and so forth. What I look forward to seeing is to see the government doing more, the government understanding the value and doing more. I think the government has tried over time, but the government needs to do more. To also see that we are able, right, to build a sustainable business model. You see, we can complain and say, okay, the US needs to do more, Netflix and all of these guys, but I am of the view that I don't expect Europe and Asia and America to help us develop our industry, right? We need to build something sustainable that will make them come. They are coming here now, and if they come here, I want them to come here because they see business here, and I want them to stay and compete well.
Very good. And we're also going to take you on that. You know, we always talk about the issue of diversification. You know, heavy reliance on oil. That the entertainment industry itself has its own role to play. It's a big player in the industry. So you know, how are you going to get that achieved? You know, let's have one diversified economy that we can look into. And we can say yes. That's where you can tap into as well. You know, a few years ago, if I may come in, it used to be just about quantity as against quality. You know, Nigeria has been tagged, with the likes of Bollywood. Oh, you have so many numbers
top
of
film industry,
industry as well. But at the end of the day, you find that the quality is not at par with what you're churning out.
So if you allow me draw a parallel with the technology industry in Nigeria, the startup scene. Industries often, when they start, it's very chaotic, and they grow in spite of wherever government policies and so is in place. The Nigerian startup, the tech industry has been one of the greatest exports of the past couple of years. They've done great, despite harassment from police, not understanding how those in that space behave. You can see, if you rank unicorns from Africa and rank successes from the continent based on sustainable business models, based on revenue, you can see. I think that there is an opportunity for us to build something really, really massive from diversifying that economy. The tech industry plays a very, very crucial role in the Nigerian economy now. And you can see the banks going there, the telco going there, because we can see that citizen behavior has changed, smartphone penetration, and so on and so forth. So you can imagine the next 10, 20 years. We're talking about AI today. 5, 10 years ago, people would argue. So you can see that if you bring technology and you bring a beneficial regulatory environment into entertainment, you can see the potential value. The challenge is that because it's not brick and mortar, it's difficult for people to get it. So I keep saying there needs to be a strong collaboration, and you can see it increasingly. See what's happening with Afrifa and so on. There needs to be an increasing close collaboration between those in the creative sector and those in government, because at the end of the day, it's one agenda to make sure that the industry succeeds, because if it does, it tells our story to the world. My company started internationalizing 3 years ago, not because we wanted to make more money, because we said we can't sit back in Nigeria and Africa and complain that Europe and America does not understand us. We need to go there. It's an evangelism of sorts. So we're there, we're in London, we're in New York, we're in Ghana, we're in just saying, guys, this is what it means. That's what our music is doing in Europe and America. That's what our film is doing. What needs to happen is for the government to be clear about a 10-year agenda and say, we think this industry can help us achieve X, Y, Z. We think right now we contribute probably 1% to global revenue in terms of entertainment. We think that can be 10%, because if that does happen, then this and this, then it helps us achieve this. And then government begins to see the industry as a partner in progress, as opposed to let's throw money at them and support them. There are cities in the US, like Atlanta, as an example, where you get tax rebates and so on because you've gone there to edit your movie. They are very deliberate in terms of their policies for industry because of what they expect the industry to achieve for them. We have some of those policies. They are either not being, there is maybe not compliance, or they are outdated. So Neclive, as an example, is saying, can we issue position papers every year after the conference? They said this is where the industry is. This is where we think we could be, and this is what we think needs to be done.
All right, very good. A deliberate policy to achieve more, and of course regulation goes hand in hand, and of course technology as well. Ayeni Adekunle, Neclive convener and CEO of BHM Holdings, would like to thank you for your thoughts on those issues. Good to have you with us.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.